Well, hey everybody, welcome to my home. My name is Becky. I'm so excited that you're here today. Well, you may be able to tell from behind me that there is something happening up in this house today. We are going to start our fall decorating series. I've got everything strung out. I have quite the mess, but we're gonna start in our kitchen today. Now, let me just tell you, I would love to be able to get up in the morning, open the curtains, fix a cup of coffee, and just say, okay, well, let's decorate this house today. Well, that doesn't work in my life because my decorations are so excessive. I have so much. There's no way I could decorate this house in one day. We're gonna break this up into 4 different videos. The first one's gonna be Christmas. Oh my goodness. The first one's gonna be the kitchen. The second one is going to be a fun collaboration where we're gonna decorate the living room. And I think, going to do a tree again this year. The third video will be the dining room and the hutch. And then we're gonna do the front porch. So we're gonna break it up into 4. I can't do it all in one day. I have one day a week off of work that I can dedicate to YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is, you may see me decorating in my pajamas, you may see me decorating in my scrubs, you may see me decorating in, something like this. I don't know, but I'm going to decorate as I have time, put it to music, do a voiceover, and then present it to you. Right now, I'm on my lunch break. I have no time, but I wanted to just film this intro and just kind of give you a pan of the table, and then I've got to scoot back to work, but this was the only chance that I have an empty house to be able to film this, so it'll probably be the same for all the other videos. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm going to try to get as much done Thursday as humanly possible. But right now, let me just show you what the table looks like and kind of give you an idea about what we're working with. All right, so this is what the table looks like. I have everything drug out. As you can see, we have oodles and oodles and oodles of pumpkins, and we have lots of floral stems. I have a few little decorations, but not a ton. I feel like I get my most impact by using pumpkins and florals, and over here is more. I think this box right here is entirely dedicated to my fall tree. So, no, my mantle, which is going to be a big one, so make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss that. My mantle is very elaborate and over the top, but all these colors, all these textures, it's all going to come together, and it's going to be so beautiful. I know it looks like a mess right now, but just trust me when I tell you, when it's all said and done, it's going to be fabulous. All right, if this looks like something you guys are into and you want to watch and see how all this comes together, make sure you've liked and subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on anything. But for today, grab yourself a snack and a nice cold beverage and sit back, and let's get this kitchen decorated. All right, so here we go. Now, you guys know that I don't normally do a clean with me segment. It's just not my thing. I feel like I will watch some people that do clean with me's, but I feel like I get my attention span is so short that it kind of loses me after a little while. So I put this in fast forward, but this kitchen absolutely needed to be cleaned up. It was kind of a mess from the week, and we just did a quick wipe down of all the cabinets and the countertops, cleaned the microwave and the sink, and just some pretty good surface cleaning that needed to be done. I swept and mopped the floors as well and got a nice clean surface in the kitchen so that when we get ready to go in and start If you're wondering what this little contraption is, this is my steam mop that David got for me. It is made by Shark. It works pretty well. The bottom has these 2 circular padding pieces that kind of circulate, I guess. I don't know the correct word. And that's what cleans the floor. And then, of course, the steam will sanitize everything. And it does a good job. Before we can get started on actually decorating, of course, we had to clean a little bit. We got that part done. Now we need to get dinner going. We're cooking chicken bog. Now, I don't know if chicken bog is something that you guys are used to where you live, but around here it is something that everybody gets excited about and looks forward to. All it is chicken, rice, sausage, and corn, and you just kind of cook it all together in one big pot. And we were all excited to get to get into this later this afternoon, especially David. He kept walking in the kitchen saying, I can't wait for chicken bog. So I used my big, heavy cast iron. What is that? It's like it's my Dutch oven. That's what it's called. All right, and now it's time to start decorating. So as usual, I start in the corners of my countertops. Now I will put this in here. My new wallpaper is so beautiful with all my fall decor. Now I don't know what it's going to look like with my Christmas. I realize that it's probably going to be a little problematic, but my fall decor, it is so pretty together. Which, if you guys know, I kind of decorate in fall colors all year anyway. So that's why I picked it, but I was a little concerned with how the holidays were going to work. I did 4th of July, and it did okay. I just had to be a little more mindful of what I was putting in there and not use as many bright colors and just be a little more neutral, and it turned out okay. So I've got high hopes for Christmas. I think it's going to be pretty. I just have to sit back and step back, look at it, and just make sure I'm not getting too busy in there. So what we're doing is we're decorating the first corner. I use a lot of stems for my fall decorating, and I basically started with this little sign in the background. I made that sign. It was from a little Dollar Tree art canvas. It's reverse painted, and then I used some iron-on vinyl to write Hello Pumpkin. I love this little sign. It's adorable. For just a small, cheap, easy project, I think it turned out so cute. I used to put it in my living room over my mantle, but I have another piece that I put there now. But I just took a lot of the stems and just kind of tucked them in around the bottom of this little sign, and then added some pumpkins. I did come back later and add some lights, but at the time that I was recording this, I did not have any batteries to put in my fairy lights, so we just had to make do with what we had for tonight. So I got a little goodie box in the mail this past week from my good friends Ken and Julia, and in that box was that little riser that Ken actually made for me. And when I tell you I got the biggest smile on my face, I love this little riser. Thank you so much, Ken, and thank you, Julia, for sending me that little package. I appreciate you guys so much. I was so excited because I love using little risers and blocks of wood to elevate different things, because I feel like when you're putting a vignette together, you need different heights. So that was the perfect height to put my little light, my owl light up. And then over to the right, you're going to see me go next to this dish towel. Now, did you give me that too, Julia? Because I feel like you did. It's handmade. It's got a little squirrel on it, and I also have one with a turkey on it, and I feel like Julia gave me them as well like a year or two ago, and I absolutely love them. They're handmade by her, and she was kind enough to send them to me because she knows how much I love to decorate for the fall and how much I love those little critters. But it did not match. The stark white of the hand towel did not match exactly in this corner, so I tried a few different options. We're actually going to come back to this corner in a few minutes because I did make a few changes. Now I have this little placemat that was sent to me by Melissa. There was actually 5 of them that she sent to me. She said that she saw them and thought that the colors would match perfectly in my home, and you were right. Look how good it looks on my countertop. I think I'm going to leave that there year round from now on. I have some more. There's another one that I'm going to use over here, but I have some more that I'm going to use in different places throughout the house. I'm just really enjoying how they look in my kitchen. So like I said, I'm probably going to keep them up year round. So what we're doing in this corner, I'm just kind of moving things out at this point, and we're going to try to change things up from last year, but at the same time not try to reinvent the wheel. I pulled up the last 2 years, what I did in this corner, and I printed the picture, because I always take pictures of my decor so that I can remember them, how I did it from year to year. And I just kind of compared the two and mixed the two together to come up with what I have here. I tried a few different options. You'll see me kind of playing around with some pumpkins and just kind of seeing how I like everything. But ultimately, the corner that I came up with, how I ended up decorating this corner, is, as of right now, which I'm not through decorating, is my favorite spot in the house. I don't know what in the world was going on with my hair. I came home and I pulled my hair back with this headband, thinking it would just get my hair out of my eyes, and I created a catastrophe back here. So just please overlook the mess of my hair here. Honestly, that's all I can see when I'm editing this, is the back of my head. So I really truly hope you can overlook that and how disheveled I look tonight, because this is, like I said, this is at night, probably after a day of work. I can't remember the exact day I was filming it, but my makeup was gone, my hair was a mess, and we were just having fun. So just overlook me, please, and concentrate on the decorating. The squirrel in the corner, the little squirrel covered dish, was given to me by Cindy a couple of years ago. I absolutely treasure this little thing. I tried it in a different place this year, and this is where she's gonna live. So it turned out so cute. I'm just adding some florals around it, just like I did in the other corner, and I just love it. I wasn't sure with all the brown how it was gonna look, but it is adorable. I think you're gonna like it too. This is what I was telling you earlier about how I printed the pictures from the last 2 years of certain areas, and I'm basically doing the same thing here. I just wanted to get the two different options that I had used in the past and maybe help me along to make the decorating process go a little quicker. I really wanted to use that plate that I had just put up there not too long ago, because it was all the colors of fall. It matched everything perfectly. It went well with everything, but I just could not get it to mesh together with everything. I don't know. I do end up using this plate in a different spot of the house a little later, actually in another video, but it's not gonna go up here, unfortunately. These are the little squirrel salt and pepper shakers that my friend Kim sent me, and I had to make sure they had a place of prominence on my display as well. So I struggled with this shelf for quite a while this afternoon, and at the end it looks great, but it looks nothing like what you're seeing me do right now, because I ended up coming back after I turned the camera off and redid everything. I wanted these florals. I knew I wanted the florals with the pumpkins, that I was sure of, but I think it was something about the way it was hanging off the side. It didn't look even. I don't know. I just could not get it just right. And I just had to turn the camera off, do some fiddling, and come back. Like I said, I wasn't able to use the plate, so make sure that once you finish watching this, there's a little pan around the room that I show everything when it's all done. And not only is this section completely different, but that corner that we talked about first is going to be completely different. So sometimes you do better when the camera is not sitting there looking at you, and I don't feel rushed, and I can just take my time and work my way through the creative process and do it that way. Sometimes I do better with the camera on, sometimes I do better with it off. So I just changed this up several times. I may end up even cutting out some of this footage because it ended up being, there you go, I started all over. I ended up redoing it so many times, but in the end, it's really cute. Just trust me. All right, take a good look because it's all getting ready to change. All right, so this little riser was a second one that Ken sent me in the package. This one hasn't been stained yet, but I love it just as much. I just haven't had a chance to stain it yet. I wanted to use it immediately. But like I said, this is all getting ready to change. This is what it looks like now. I toned it down just a little bit. It's not quite as busy. I'm much happier with it now. It's more calming and just a little more simple. And I'm going to take you for a little trip around the kitchen. I added, of course, my new Bath & Body Works fall scented soap because that is a must. And this is the corner with the little squirrel covered dish. I love this section. It is my favorite spot in the house so far. It's just so simple, but yet so pretty. And that wallpaper is just chef's kiss. It's just beautiful. I lit the best smelling candle I've ever smelled in my life. It makes my whole soul happy. I changed this too. I felt like the words from the sign and the words from the towel were just too many words. So I just put my little wicker basket back up there, just made it a little more simple. And this is much more calming. All right, everybody, that's all that I have for you for today. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day to spend with me. It means the whole world to me. If you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure you come back next week because I have a great collaboration coming up. We have a new friend to meet. I think you're going to love her channel and you're going to love her. So I'm excited for you to meet her. Until next time, I love you all and I'll see you later. Bye.